What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. Today I wanted to talk about who I am building for Final Fantasy VII Remake collaboration and sort of what my process is going to be for trying to build them up. So let's just jump into it. These are the units that we have coming out. The first week is going to be the top two, Cloud and Tifa, and the second week is going to be Barret and Aerith. The problem is, for me, is that I actually am prioritizing them in this order. So I want to build Barret first of all. Not because I think he's going to be a meta unit or anything, but he's just the one I want to prioritize. I usually don't like picking the same thing that everybody else does. I don't like picking the main guy. In this case, I do like the main guy, so I'm going to go for him also. But I'm going to prioritize them in this order. Unfortunately, since Cloud comes out before Barret, I'm going to have to pull for Cloud first and sort of just hold for a week and then pull on Barret later. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to try to rush to build him. I'm just going to slowly build him, slowly. Okay, I'm actually going to put Tifa in second place. I don't know why, but I do like Tifa a lot. She was really good in Remake. She was a very fun unit to use. And so I think a lot of that is going to translate into here. So I'm definitely going to put her into second place. And then I do definitely want Cloud. So I still am going to pull for him. I'm definitely going to try to pull for him. And I'm going to try to build him. I'm going to try to get him to 120 EX. But if I don't quite make it there, that's going to be fine. Once I get Barret and Tifa to 120, then I'll worry about Cloud. So for Aerith, though, she's going to be sort of like the wild card. It's going to depend fully on how lucky I get if I decide to pull for her. Or maybe I'll just pull her while pulling Barret. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. But my whole idea is to build the other three. And then Aerith is just kind of a little bit of an afterthought. So I do have enough Viz to go to Pity for one unit, which is good. I'm sort of on the borderline for 2 units, so hopefully I won't have to go to Pity for both. This is assuming that there's going to be Pity. A lot of what my strategy is sort of based on assuming that we're going to have a lot of the same stuff that we have now. Okay, so once I pull for Cloud, he's going to be the first unit out. If I need to go to Pity, I'm going to go to Pity. If not, then I'm pretty much just going to stop there, stop pulling, stop spending Viz. And then when Barret comes out, hopefully I'll have enough to, if I need to take him to Pity, I'll take him to Pity. All right, let's go into the game so we could get a little bit more specific about this. All right, guys, so as you can see, I have 63,900 Viz. Some of that is paid, but I believe most of that is free. It's about 20,000 paid. So I do have enough to Pity one unit fully using free Viz. Now, the trick that I've been using to stop myself from spending is to just keep my Viz in here from the video summons. I usually collect the shards, but my dailies and the video summon stuff, I just keep it in here. I believe this is going to give me about at least 10 to 15,000 worth of Viz, if not more. I have been saving it for a while since Warrior of Light was out, so I do have that 400 per day free Viz pack bundle in there. Okay, so to kind of go over how I'm going to try to build these as well as possible, I'm going to sort of use the current banners and units as an example. So let's go into the shop, and then I'm going to show you where I've been purchasing. So basically right now I've been focusing on Lemore, but I haven't been spending any free Viz on her. I've been spending paid Viz on her. So what I do is I come in here and I buy that 5 shards for 60 paid Viz, which is actually a pretty good deal, because if you go for a paid Viz, so here you get 40 shards for 2,000. I mean, that's like the standard quote-unquote way to pay. But if you do the 5 shards a day for 60, times that by 10, you get 50 shards for 600. Times that by 3, That's 150 shards for 1800. So you're doing a lot better than you would if you were to just buy this pack. The only thing is that you do have to pay attention to it every day and make sure that you buy it. So that's one way that I'm going to build each unit, by buying their shards daily. I might run out of paid viz pretty quickly doing that, just because there's going to be at least 3 units that I want to build, but hopefully that helps a lot to supplement. Okay, so one other thing I wanted to mention is I was focused on Summer Lilith, but I did happen to pull Ketone. And what ended up happening is I would buy the paid shards here. As I'm saying, that's probably the most paid viz per shard that the best deal you're getting in terms of that. I was able to max out Ketone, and at that point, Ketone shards became Mind Spheres, which I was able to use for Lilith. So any Ketone shard that I got from Chocobos, from the Mind Sphere shop, from anywhere else, I was able to use that on Lilith, and I've already maxed her to 120, so I have 26 left over. I'm not going to build Ketone at this point. At this point, I'm just going to save the rest of my vids for Final Fantasy VII. Obviously, it's tomorrow, so I'm just going to do that. Alright, so obviously I already bought the guild shards for Lemur, but here we are. I'm going to be buying the guild shards for all the Final Fantasy VII characters. Basically all of them at this point. I'm not going to, even if I don't know I'm going to pull Aerith, I'm still going to buy her shards no matter what. I do have a bunch of turtles saved up, as you probably saw earlier. So let's head back to the shop and sort of go over one more thing there. So there you see my guild snappers. I do have a bunch of them saved up. I will sell them if I need to. I'm hoping to save some of them for next month. That's why I'm saving them up. But here is another thing I'm probably going to be spending for this event. I'm sort of thinking of these 100 shard packs. If we do get these same kind of 100 shard packs, I'm probably just going to buy one of them, as they are pretty expensive. $40 is kind of a lot. But the assumption is that whatever unit, like let's say I can just commit to spending them on Tifa, right? Because Tifa's going to be a free unit. So once Tifa gets to level 99 with 600 shards, then all her shards from that point on become Mind Spheres. So in my mind, I'm essentially buying Mind Spheres, which are essentially, once everyone gets to 99, it's going to be essentially the same thing as getting 100 festival medals in a sense, right? So actually today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy one pack just to kind of have a little bit more paid viz. I think it's going to be this one. I am in dire need of growth eggs, so I'm basically just going to buy this. So that's going to give me about 800 more paid viz to play with, and that's going to be enough to buy, not enough, but it's going to help me buy the little 60 per day shards. Now, I know I'm jumping around a lot, but let's go back to summons. And so I'm sort of, the same way we usually get paid summons, I'm going to try to do those paid summons, whether they be, 100 UR, 50 UR. So assuming it's the 50 UR or 100 UR shards, I'm definitely going to do that, because every, UR that I get from that is already maxed, already at level 99, that's going to get me, not Mind Spheres, it's going to give me Mog Medals. So I'm going to be able to use those Mog Medals to buy, assuming that we do have a Mind Sphere shop, which we should. I'm going to use those Mog Medals to buy Mind Spheres. And again, that's essentially going to be very similar to the festival medals that we usually get, the anniversary medals, whatever you want to call them. So definitely the more like repeat unit shards that I get here, I think that's going to be very good towards counting towards Mind Spheres. And it will be even a bigger bonus if they do include Final Fantasy VII units as included as shards that you can get here. That'll be even better. If you could get 50 or 100 at a time, that would just be straight up amazing. And hopefully they do include that. I'm not sure if they will, but they did include the summer units here, so that's definitely going to be another way to do it. I'm hoping that we see another banner like this, where it's 2,000, you get your pulls. but you also get 80 mind spheres, and you also get stars too. So I'm hoping that between all that, um, that's going to be able to get me not only those mind spheres, but the star medals are going to be able to make me buy the shards, which will eventually turn into mind spheres. And then you also get Mog medals for this. Probably not that much, but that's going to be another great way to do it. So let's go into the Mog shop and see how many star medals I have. Not that much, but I should be able to buy like maybe, what is it, 20 or 40 of each unit. That first 20 for each unit. So that's, again, I'm thinking of that as mind spheres. The first 20 for each unit is going to be shards, but later on down the road, it's going to increase my total shard count by 20, and later on down the road, it's going to become mind spheres, which I can use on any unit. So I already have those saved up. I do have a bunch of Mog medals saved up already. Not to say that I didn't fall for this, but I feel like this was sort of a way to get you to spend your medals, and I wasn't going to do that, so I didn't really buy anything from here. I bought 0 things from here. Okay, so going to the daily purchases for the summer units. So for this banner, all they did was El Sorrel by herself. So that's okay. If that's a thing in Final Fantasy VII, I'll definitely do that. As I said, those shards will eventually become mind spheres, so they're going to be worth it for all of the units. So I'm assuming it's going to be Cloud, but if we're lucky, it'll be like the Summer Lilith and Kitone daily purchase, and we might actually get both Cloud and Tifa, or maybe we'll get Barret and Aerith on the second week. I think that's more likely on the second week than the first week, but if that's the case that we do get 2 units per both of these, then I'm definitely going to do that, and that's going to add up to a lot more shards. Alright, so from here, let's go into the Chocobo expeditions. The first thing we all need to do, as soon as we turn on the game, we're going to check the bonus units. It's going to be whatever the newest units are, Cloud and Tifa. As you can see here, the free unit, Lemore, is an extra large bonus. So the first thing we're all going to do is pull our Tifa, go in here, put her in information, and switch to the Sector 6 Undercity, whatever it's called. So that's going to be a way for us to get shards from the Chocobos. I read somewhere that they're all going to be the same rate, so that's probably good. And like I said, each shard eventually will become mind spheres, and that's what I want to focus on, just turning everything into mind spheres at the end, and then at that point I can choose who I want to put them into. And of course, you guys know how to use Chocobo Expedition, but of course I have a few Chocobo tickets saved up. They're going to give us 10 for Hiroki's gift, and you know, I'm going to start with the 10-hour ones, obviously, use those up as quickly as possible. I'm going to wait until Fever Mode, obviously, and if you guys don't have this sort of at 60, I think, make sure you have that at 60 so that you can, I think I could boost this further, but I'm just going to leave it alone. I think really all you need is 60 so that you can use those 10-hour tickets and use them and make the most out of them. But I will definitely be using those. Pretty much I'm going to just straight up use them right away. But daily, you can only use 5 a day, so I'm going to do the 10-hour ones, then the 5-hour ones, then the single ones. I think that's going to be a good way to go. Alright, so one other thing I wanted to mention is we're going to go into the Mog shop, and I'm going to show you one other thing, and that is one trick that you can do to kind of give yourself a little bit more Mog medals in case you need them, and that is to go into the guild shop, you know, buy up your whichever one of these units, like Ziza, I definitely have maxed. Buy some Ziza shards. I'm not going to do it now, but that's going to give you, not only is it going to give you mind spheres, but each shard is going to convert into a Mog medal, which then you can use into your Final Fantasy VII units. And so same thing here with Arena. or not arena, it's the friend medals. Same thing here. I already have, I mean, we all have Medina maxed. Elvira, we probably all have maxed. You know, I have all these units maxed, so what you can do is you can just do this. I would only do this for emergency, guys, because there's other good stuff that you want to buy here. Like this, for example, definitely buying that right now. That might be good to have. But you might actually get more shards by turning these into Mog medals. Do that math. I'm not going to do it right now. So one last thing that I wanted to mention is don't forget about your rare tickets. I have 40 saved up, and each one of these summons is going to turn into star medals. Whatever rare you get, it's going to be 20 or 40, 20. And so don't forget, you can also use that. Use up all your tickets, turn them into star medals, and then you can invest that into your Final Fantasy VII. If you're not pulling for Final Fantasy VII, you can invest it into something else. I think either way, it's going to be pretty useful. All right, guys, so that's kind of my strategy. I hope that kind of works, and I hope that that's kind of helpful to you guys. So I'm really excited to do this. I'm really excited for the event tomorrow, and I'm hoping to do this as cheaply as possible. I am a light spender, so I am willing to spend, but I also don't really want to be spending like hundreds of dollars to build up Cloud and like only use them once or something like that. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.